I was welcome, but he didn't want her. Prince Harry discusses his row with King Charles over Meghan Markle not going to Balmoral when the Queen died. Welcome to USA 24, my dream channel. On September 8 of last year, as a global audience watched news reports about Queen Elizabeth II's failing health develop, it appears there was added strain. The degree of Her Majesty's ill health was becoming increasingly evident as news reports published updates that afternoon, despite the fact that her absence from a number of recent public engagements, including several events during her Platinum Jubilee celebration earlier in the year, had signaled she was unwell. Close family members arrived in Scotland as the day progressed while the late king was at Balmoral, but Meghan Markle was not among them since Charles reportedly told Harry he did not want his son's wife to visit Scotland. It was said that Princess Anne and Charles, who was then the Prince of Wales, were by his mother's bedside. It is generally accepted that just these two, the Queen's two eldest children, were present when she passed away. Her grandson Prince William was at the wheel of their car as it arrived at Balmoral's gates at 5:06 p.m. Her two youngest children, Princes Andrew and Edward, arrived as quickly as they could. Prince Edward was accompanied by his wife Sophie, who the Queen reputedly saw of as a second daughter and with whom he had a particularly strong relationship. The group had taken off from RAF Northolt and arrived at the airport in Aberdeen at 3:50 p.m. Approximately 2 hours had passed since the late monarch's passing at 3:10 p.m., and it was almost an hour and a half before the news broke. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. An interesting fact is that Prince Harry did not go to Scotland with his brother, uncles, or any other family members. By happenstance, the Duke and his wife were in the UK for a number of commitments, including a visit to Manchester's One Young World Summit. It's believed that the pair declined a request to visit the Queen while they were away. Even though he was in the UK, Harry went to Balmoral by himself. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex will be visiting Scotland, according to the announcement, which was released at 1:53 p.m. Harry finally left without Meghan, and he discussed the incident in his biography Spare. According to the book, Harry got a call from his father after the Sussexes informed their team that they would be cancelling their previously scheduled activities, which soon included the Well Child Awards, in order to travel to Scotland. He, Charles, stated I was welcome at Balmoral, but he didn't want her, Spare claims. He began to explain his position, but I was having none of it because it was absurd and disrespectful. Never mention my wife in such a way. He apologized and mumbled that he just didn't want a lot of people around. He claimed that Kate wouldn't be attending and that neither would any other wives, so Meg shouldn't. So that was all you had to say. It was now midday, there were no more scheduled commercial flights to Aberdeen on that day, and Willie was still being silent. My only choice was a charter leaving from Luton. After 2 hours I boarded. In a later interview with the Daily Telegraph Australia, royal analyst Robert Jobson asserted that Charles had requested that William not bring Kate to Balmoral in order to prevent Meghan from attending. In his words, if Catherine doesn't come, Meghan can't either. Wives should not attend. He intended to privately tell Harry that Meghan was not welcome, but he was unable to do so. As a result, he personally intervened and requested Kate to remain in the background to protect Meghan. After taking a charter from Luton, Harry arrived at Balmoral at 7:52 p.m., just an hour and a half after Buckingham Palace announced Queen Elizabeth II's passing. Harry was spotted being driven out of the castle at 8:28 a.m. the following morning, a little more than 12 hours later. On September 10, Prince Harry and his wife were spotted along with Prince William and his wife Kate as the two couples went on a walkabout through the crowds close to Windsor Castle. Then, until the Queen's funeral in London on September 19, Harry and Meghan remained in the country before departing for the US the following day.